So the world's a little weird right now, And what better thing to do than to just start sharing information? So the other day, I asked people, what would you like to know? And a friend mentioned that, with the snowstorm in Colorado that was yesterday, her mom didn't have power. Wouldn't solar be great? I wish I could say it was. Yes, solar is great. Unfortunately, solar doesn't solve the problem of still having power when power goes out. And that seems counterintuitive because if the sun is up, solar panels produce power. It's not a problem, right? Panels don't care. However, solar does not exist in a vacuum. And your solar system on your house definitely doesn't exist in a vacuum. If the panels are on, the inverters are on, it's creating power, it's sending power back out to all those electrical um, power lines, and it's sending it to the rest of the grid. That's a problem if the power goes out and needs to be fixed. So when a person goes out to go fix that power line, if there's still power running because people's solar is still producing power, they could get electrocuted. That's the very last thing we want to have happen. Um, so as far as solar and producing power when the power goes out goes, no, it doesn't. It can't. It legally cannot. It goes against code. This is for safety. But we do have the ability to add a battery backup system. So you could do a big system, which will be very expensive, but hey, you'll be able to power everything. Or we can do smaller systems that would transition seamlessly over. In Colorado, if your power does not go out very often, it may or may not make sense to have a battery backup system. I personally don't have one yet because we don't lose power very often, which is awesome. I love it. But if you live in an area where you lose power more than once a year, or they go out for a while, right? So like you'd be losing all the food in your refrigerator, all the food in your freezer, that gets really expensive to replace. In that case, you might actually want to seriously look at a battery backup system. So the short answer, will solar help if the power goes out? No. Long answer is yes, if you are willing and able to spend a little bit more money, and then we can incorporate batteries and then everything as well. So hopefully that clears up that misconception a little bit. And if you have other questions, feel free to send a message through this page and I will see them. Thanks.